Hi friends, Alex Kais here, and this is a home in Seattle. It's September 1st, and the Multiple Listing Service has released all of their data for the last month. But I'm in Bellevue today, looking at this house, this mid-century modern house that overlooks the entire Puget Sound region, and before we dive into the data, I wanted to just show you around. So let's have a look. I hope you don't mind looking at these beautiful, kind of expensive houses. They're fun to look at, and I can't help touring the Seattle area looking at these really nice mid-century modern homes. This one is a 1973 house. It's very large, and it kind of has this feel of almost like a college campus. There's brick everywhere, there's beautiful stonework, and before we do anything else, have a look at this view. If you saw last week's Beacon Hill video, you saw the Milton Stricker house. And this is another personal passion project by a local architect. This is done by Ralph Anderson as his own home. And just the first thing you see, I really like this door. It only opens halfway up, but it's a nice little touch where it kind of extends up to the ceiling. When you first walk into the house, there's this beautiful living room. Huge vaulted ceilings, and there's wood and brick everywhere. Now this house is a little dated. It looks like it hasn't really been touched that much since the 70s. We still have a lot of original appliances, and most of the woodwork is original in this house. The kitchen's kind of small, but it has an incredible view from the sink, so I guess it makes up for it. One of the coolest things in this house, besides the design, is the fact that there is a pool overlooking this view. So prices have gone down recently in the Seattle area, and I do want to show you something that's closer to the median single-family home price. But first, I'm heading out to Snohomish with Kendall and her sister, who's visiting from London. So I have to go pick them up. Welcome to Snohomish. Is this market getting you down? Well, I do have two things to say. First, things are looking up for buyers for the first time in a little while, and interest rates are still really low. So for all of you potential home buyers out there, your purchasing power is very great right now, and now's the time to buy. And second, come to my pumpkin party.
Upstairs in the house is cooking on the chips. I like that.
We're out here in Snohomish planning a party at the Patch for all of our clients, friends, and anybody that's been watching this channel for a little while too. Everybody's welcome. We're going to be at Craven Farms in Snohomish. You can get a free pumpkin from their 20-acre patch, and then hang out and enjoy a tasty local treat afterwards. Thanks to Julie Johnson at Cross Country Mortgage for sponsoring this event. If you're thinking about buying a home, then you should definitely talk to her first about getting a mortgage. And if you're planning on coming to the party, just RSVP, link in description. This one looks good, this one looks good, this one looks good. Now, for all of you who've been waiting to buy a house until prices start dropping, well, it is starting to happen. We're seeing the median sales price of homes come down across the Seattle area. Let's look at this graph to check it out. Now, we often see this cyclical trend of prices going up in the summer and spring and coming down in fall and winter. And last year was a little bit different, but mostly just because of the pandemic. And this year, it seems like it's starting to normalize. We're down to $930,000 from May's high of $1,080,000. Now, not everyone can afford or even wants to buy one of those beautiful mid-century modern mansions, but these split levels all over the Seattle area are a nice compromise. They have a little bit of mid-century charm, but also are a little bit more manageable and realistic. This is a nice spot in Shoreline that has been completely renovated. Somebody did a good job on fixing this up. it looks really nice. We have a lot of this original flooring, some of this, skinny oak, and then a lot of things have been modernized. Here's the kitchen that's been opened up a little bit, and new cabinets and appliances have been put in. And oftentimes these older houses don't have a primary bathroom, but this one does. Opinions are mixed for sure on the split level design, but I'm a big fan. It gives you a lot of space and a lot of flexibility. This one here has a really nice basement level, and you could do a lot down here. We have an extra bathroom and laundry space. There's even this space that could be used as another bedroom. It's not a legal bedroom, but it is a nice little space down here. Now, if you've been following along on my basement renovation, you're probably waiting with bated breath on what color I'm painting it. Now, I've already done some of the painting here, but I'm doing all of the walls in this off-white Swiss coffee color, and all of the board and batten and all of the baseboard trim molding is gonna be in this green. Now, in these older 1950s houses, a lot of the basements have exposed concrete foundation, so I've just kind of built this board and batten wall that kind of hides that a little bit and adds a little bit of visual interest. Here's another graph for you guys. This is months of inventory, and again, it's about a year's worth of data. We're going from September last year, which was about 1 month of inventory, meaning that all of the available housing on the market would only last 1 month if nothing else came onto the market. And it really fell over the course of the year, and only in the past month or two has it started to come up again. This last month we were sitting at about 18 days of inventory, so this is the start of a good sign for buyers. And here's another look at supply versus demand. Again, this is a year's worth of data. In black, we have home sales or demand, and in red, listings, which is supply. And we've talked a lot about the gap between these metrics and how that's a good determination of how the market's moving. The wider the gap, the harder it is to buy a house, and the closer that it gets, the easier or the less competition there is. And we're seeing this gap start to slowly drift back together. It would be nice to get back to a more balanced market. So we can see inventory starting to come down a little bit, which is normal for this time of year, but also demand is coming down. So I really do believe it's starting to be a little bit of a better time to buy a house in the Seattle area. So if you're thinking about making a home in Seattle, send me a message. Bye.